she's doing it, rolling out the pastry in an old-fashioned way. So a lot of people these days just roll out a big sheet and then cut sort of round things with cup or something. But Mum is doing it in the very time-consuming way, but she feels that it's more uniform when she finishes. So.
And what do? You roll it out into a
little sausage.
A mini baguette.
Yes.
A pastry sausage.
Snake.
Okay.
Chop.
I cut like that. Just I make, you see here, look like measure my finger here.
Ah, okay. So it's one finger width. So can you do it a bit slower? So you make a little push in there,
Yeah.
and that's how much you measure. What would you call these, everybody? Squashed pastry.
Yeah.
Squashed cut snakes.
Finish this old style.
I love old school.
This style my mother. Oh.
Right.
No, I think Mum wants to show it.
Oh, she's going to demonstrate first. Has everyone got their rolling pins ready?
Because here very thin pastry.
This is the very important bit.
I make very thin
We
pastry.
require rollers with precision.
How thin?
It's
Paper.
like skin.
Wafer thin.
Wafer. Take a little wafer. Is everyone watching?
Now,
Are you all ready?
now young girl start working.
Okay, get the girls working.
And the boys.
There's a couple of boys as well. Can everyone please display their rolling pins? to the camera?
Rolling's racing.
Rolling. Look at a little one.
Yeah, no, but it's it'll do the job.
It's what you do.
adequate.
It's what you do with it that counts. Nick.
So what are we doing?
Like that.
Is everyone watching?
I put in potato.
So is it just potato?
In my
Potato and cheese. Weren't you watching before?
sandwiches, I make
Not that big.
And you squeeze it all
a
in.
bit too big.
So you pack as much in as you can.
Yeah.
And then you
If
crimp the edge.
If you like smaller, just a moment, because
I seem to remember it being very important that none of the potato
very
goes on the
important
edge.
because
Because you have to boil these
meat,
later.
meat is different, potato different.
Do
So
you want this?
Nice.
Yeah.
I think from memory, it's extremely important that when you're putting the potato into the little pastry thing,
Yeah.
that you don't get any potato on the edge, because that was not a very good demonstration.
No,
Because when you try and push it together, it won't stick, and because you have to boil these for about, how long do you boil them for? About 15 minutes or something. That's the next step. So if you have potato on the edge,
Second times you
harder.
make shoot.
If you have potato on the edge, then they open up when they're boiling and they just spew themselves all over the water.
Put in a little bit flour, because if leave it here, non-stick.
There you go. Does everybody want to have a go?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rollers should have a go.
Come on, rollers.
Give them- Yes.
We're back on track. We've now made a whole batch of Vareniki, which are looking very beautiful, thanks to our expert rollers and what are they called?
Helpers.
Vareniki stuffers. Next step. What's our next step?
We need to boil these.
We need to boil them up.
Boil
So
them
we've got a big pot of boiling water on the stove, and we're going to slowly drop the Vareniki in one by one.
I've got strict instructions, not too much water in the pot, and also 10 at a time. And not
10
to
at a
boil.
time?
Yeah, you
Okay.
would like to put more than 10 into the sauce.
Is there anything else in the water? Any salt or
Just a
anything?
little bit of salt.
Salt,
yes,
water?
yes.
A little bit would probably
Little
be
bit
half a can.
oil.
And a little bit of oil.
And a little bit of oil. So, oil goes in. And then the very delicate process of dropping Vereniki in one by one.
No, not long.
Not one,
Too long.
too long. 10 at a time.
3, 9, 1, no.
Okay, so we've got 10 Vereniki on the boil.
No. It's a very delicate operation to make sure that they don't burst.
Little bit touch.
So you just give it a little bit of a stir to make sure that none of them have stuck to the bottom. And then you get the lid, but you make sure that you've got the right lid. Oh, there's a special spoon. What happens is, once you chuck them in, they sink to the bottom. And then when the water starts boiling, they all jump to the top, and you pull them out with this special spoon when they jump, when they rise. But it's more of an expert's job. So, and you do this for the whole batch, so it might take you. You're doing 10 at a time, and if you've got 40, it might take you a little while, but it's all part of the process.
Butter in here. Butter.
Butter. You put
Oh, put
butter,
butter
on
on
top,
top.
so they don't stick.
Japanese lepine. Non-stick.
So you cover them in butter.
A little bit non-stick.
So this is the, it's not really for flavour, it's more just to make sure that they don't stick together and that they don't stick to the pan.
To make them that little bit more fattening, I think.
Not fattening. Okay.
And then you've got to make sure you don't sort of break them when you're frying them.
But they're nice when they get nice and crunchy and brown on the outside.
Not hot enough? How do you tell when it's hot enough?
Burn your hand.
You tell by putting your hand over it.
The force.
And you get them sizzling, and then once they're nice and brown on one side, you flip them over to the other side. And then they're ready to eat. We always eat them with a bit of sour cream. It's nice like that.
Sour cream or yogurt,
Sour cream with yogurt.
or a mixture of the two.
Mm. That's a very fulfilling meal. You've got a pastry, potato, cheese, and cream. So it's looking pretty good now. Been frying away for about 5 minutes, I'd say. And they've been flipped. You can see they're nice and brown. They get nice and crunchy as well.
So they're about ready to.
Little.
So at that stage you put them onto a serving plate, because they're ready to dish up to the hordes of people waiting on the dining room table. Nice and brown on both sides, which is looking pretty good.
And then a big dollop of sour cream.
So how's that, Ola?
So
We'll do. So we've still got those ones to cook, but they're the ones that have already been fried here.
Yeah.
So that's the finished product, ready to serve. So everyone's sitting down enjoying their meal, are they?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank
We've got a borscht. Everybody say borscht.
Borscht.
Borscht. And we've got our Vereniki. Everyone say Vereniki.
Vereniki.
Very good. So we're all enjoying our meal now. It's a beautiful Russian delight, and all thanks to Ola. So I think we should all say cheers to Ola. Everybody?
Спасибо.
Здравия.
Давай, давай,